Welcome to Dating 101. My name is Kyle Brenchley. I will be your dating coach here for the next, the rest of your life. This advice is as gold as the Golden Gate Bridge. I am your non-professional dating advisor, and today we will be talking about essentially what this podcast is, essentially my purpose here, my credentials, the inspiration, the history behind my dating experience, as well as the inspiration behind me coming out here and sharing this dating advice with you. Also, kind of what to expect when listening to this podcast. Again, this is titled Non-Professional Dating Advice. My name is Kyle Brenchley, and let's jump right in. So I am from Utah, and I feel like dating is a very special topic all around the world. I mean, in every culture, dating has some form of value. Whether that's, whether it's traditional or familial or whatever it is, there is some kind of value in dating. And especially here in Utah, I feel like dating's very interesting. The scene here is very interesting because, how do I put it? It's, I feel like it's like over dramatic here in Utah, but it could just be me. Anyways, I've grown up here in Utah, and ever since I kind of became interested in girls, I've been very interested in dating and just the whole dynamic behind it, because we know that dating is like a whole bag of surprises. You never know what you're going to get when you put your hand in there. So anyways, the inspiration behind this podcast is during quarantine, back in about May, more like April of 2020, when coronavirus first hit and we kind of didn't know what the heck was going on. I was like, I should start a YouTube channel. And I, with all media forms, it's like you need to have like some kind of solid base or some kind of theme. And I was like, you know what, like this YouTube channel, I don't really want to have a solid theme. I kind of just want to like do whatever. Like my intentions weren't to like get famous like Brent Rivera or anything like that. I mean, the money sounds good, but those weren't my intentions. And so I made this video, and I thought it'd be super funny to dress up really nice. You can this is still on my YouTube channel. You can check it out. My YouTube is Kyle Brenchley, just my name. And you can check it out. It's got like 300 plus views, so pretty successful for, just a video I made like literally just at the tip of the hat. Like I didn't prepare or anything. Like I put up some props. I had my sister hit record on like this super old camera that we had from like 2005 or something. And then I just started talking. And it was like legit advice, but I just like pretended to be so knowledgeable and so formal about it. So it was kind of interesting. But anyways, I made that video and I was like, man, like maybe I got some fire advice. Like I shared some good things. Like I had some people comment to me like, wow, Kyle, that was some good stuff. And I was like, thanks. And they're like, did you like get all that information from the internet? Did you prepare it? And I was like, no, I really just pulled all that stuff out of my butt. Like, I mean, I did acting growing up. I'm not the best actor. I just did community plays. But like I feel like I can perform. And I just kind of got up there and I just performed. I just kind of like, I mean, it wasn't grade A acting by any means, but I just got up there and I was just like, yo, this advice, fire. So yeah, that was really fun. And then flash forward to probably about July of this year. So like a year later, and a couple months, I have a good friend. His name is Logan. And he's kind of like a philosopher of sorts. Like he likes to think about things and like go deep, and he just appreciates the world in a much deeper level than I do. Like a simpleton like me, very surface level. He likes to dig deep to China. And he wanted to come on a show. And so I was like, let's do it. Like, let's video it this time and make it like a video series. So we made 2 videos. We made a part 2 and a part 3. And part 2, we just like sat down and pretended like it was kind of like the Tonight Show. When you think about like Jimmy Fallon or Seth Meyers or James Corden. We just like sat down, dressed up super nice, and we just like shared some dating advice. we also just kind of had a conversation about dating. And that's another thing that this podcast will be. It'll just be a space to have conversations about dating. I'm actually going to bring Logan onto the show, and he'll be my co-host. This first little introductory episode is just me kind of explaining what we're going to be doing, but Logan will join us, and he's got some awesome advice, and he's a good conversationalist, so we'll talk about different things like that. And so we just sat down, we hit record on the camera, and again, like, this time we did kind of have an outline. Like, we had like 3 points we wanted to talk about, and I would just like introduce the point, and then we would just like go. We just like talk about it. And so we did that a couple times throughout the show, and it was about like a 30-minute video, and it was super fun. And that one was really successful as well. When I mean really successful, we got about maybe 170 views. So not as successful as the first one, but like 170 views for me. Like, I got 70 subscribers on my YouTube channel. If you want to add to that, like, please do. YouTube channel, Kyle Brenchley again. But it was like super fun. And we made a part 3 where we actually brought 2 of my friends from the previous school I attended, and we brought them in via Zoom. And so we had the camera rolling, we had the audio hooked up on Zoom, and we had the screen, and they just told us some of their worst dating stories. And it was pretty funny. So go check out that one too. That one's called Part 3, Juicy Dating Stories. But yeah, it was just like a super fun thing that we did. And, you know, I'm hoping to do that again with my podcast here. Honestly, it's like real advice, but not to be taken too seriously, just like dating. Like, if you take dating too seriously, then you're just gonna, you know, spin out and burn out and not enjoy it, you know? You gotta make it light, you gotta make it enjoyable. And so that's what I hope this podcast can do. You just have a nice conversation about dating. We could talk about dating stories. Logan and I will probably bring on other guests and different things like that. But I hope you guys enjoy and can kind of have fun with this, as much fun as I have. I had so much fun making those videos, even though it was just kind of like, it was really stupid. But, you know, you got to do stupid things. You got to do stupidly responsible stupid things to have fun in life. And, you know, it was definitely a blast. Alright, so what to expect kind of moving forward. I'm going to release an episode about every 2 weeks. And when I say about every 2 weeks, I mean every 2 weeks. So, and it'll be on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Yeah, so just kind of keep an eye out on that. Little tongue twister there. Every 2 weeks or so, I will be posting or uploading. And yeah, we'll kind of go from there. And if you guys want to be on the show, I would definitely love to have you. Logan and I, we brought on the 2 guys before, like I mentioned, and it was super fun. And we did have other episodes planned, but I came up here to school, and he's down in Salt Lake at school, so it didn't really work out logistically. So we're gonna go with this whole podcast thing, and it should be really fun. Another thing I wanted to do, I wanted to introduce myself a little bit more. You know, getting to know your host is probably a really good thing to do. And so I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself and why I'm so much the way that I am. I mean, scientists still don't know why I am the way I am. But anyways, I actually made this resume about myself. It's called my Resume of Love. I was on a dating app about 6 months ago, and this girl in her profile, she said, you know, accepting applications. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to be really funny, make up this resume of love, and I'm going to apply to be her boyfriend or whatever. And I actually had a really fun time doing it. And I set up this resume where, you know, in my experience section, it goes through like all the girls I've dated, how long I dated them, from when to when, and like a little description. I talked about my skills. Some of my skills consist of simping. You know, now that no simp September is done, you know, I can simp all I want. Being full of myself. Anybody who knows me knows that I am full of myself. Knee-slapping humor. I'm really funny. I'm not that funny, though. I'm, like, really funny, but not really, if you know what I mean. Fidget spinning. Also, if you check me out on Instagram, @KBrench, and you go to my Reels, you'll see that I've made some little short videos about fidget spinning, and I got some cool tricks, so check it out. I'm also good at whistling. I don't know if that's a skill that will take me anywhere in life, but, you know, if you need someone to whistle, I can do that. And Sudoku. I love Sudoku puzzles. I love, figuring things out and working with numbers. Not really like math, working with numbers or coding, but just like putting them in order. I don't know. It's a good time. I also have an awards section where I talk about different dating awards that I've won. So I won Best Kisser I was nominated by every girl that I've kissed. Too Good of a Boyfriend. That's the reason they didn't work out, is because the girls were like, man, he's too good. Like, we can't handle him. We gotta dump him. And Simp of the Group. If you ask any of my friends, like, they will tell you I am the simp of the group. And no regrets there. No shame there. Be who you are. And Too Much Confidence. Someone, please, humble me. Really. I need it. Too much confidence is not good. And then I also listed my love languages. We can go into that a little later. Maybe we'll do an episode on love languages and whatnot. Experience and then kind of where you went to school and what you studied. So I made up the speed dating school. I actually did speed dating at the Institute. The Institute's like this religious, organization where you can go and take religious courses and like learn more about specifically it's Christianity. Learn more about that. And so it's just a good place to meet people and to grow your spiritual roots and whatnot. And so they do different speed dating activities there, and it's pretty cringe. Speed dating's pretty cringe, but I'm a master at it, so you could say I'm a master of cringe. Also, Gentleman's University, How to Be a Gentleman. I feel like I was just trained super well by my parents. Also, I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube about like how to be a man and how to be a gentleman. And girls like gentlemen. They don't like rough men. They like gentlemen. And I got my master's degree from Gentleman's University. And that was pretty cool. Like, I worked really hard for it. And yeah, I'm still working at it. And then also I listed my YouTube video, Non-Professional Dating Advice. I really hope that the girl who saw this went and watched this video. I think she did. I think she did tell me afterwards. We ended up going out a couple times because she thought my resume was so impressive. I think she actually did watch it. I did link it in the resume, so she might have really liked that. And then I included a bunch of pictures. And basically, it was like a dating advice or a dating application, my resume. I don't know if you guys watch TikTok at all, but on TikTok there's a trend now where it's like a girlfriend application where girls like post a bunch of pictures of themselves and little descriptions like, "Hi, my name is Haley," and it's like a picture of her, and then it's like, "I'm 24, 5'3". I'm a nurse. It shows her like in her nurse outfit. I like to play soccer. It shows her playing soccer, and in TikTok format to some music. So, I mean, if you've seen that, it's kind of basically what this was, minus the video part. So, yeah. More than that, I love sports. Right now, I'm really into football. Right now, by the time you're hearing this, the World Series is going on. The NBA just started. NFL's in week 8. The NHL just started. Major League Soccer's about to get into the playoffs. So there's some really good things going on in sports right now. I love watching sports. On the weekends, literally Saturday, I just watch college football. Sunday, NFL football. Like, I'm seriously just like, locked into football. And really passionate about that. I like to run. I ran in high school. Because all the girls were chasing me, I had to learn to run really fast to get away from them. But sometimes I'd let them keep up. Depending on who it was. But I also really like theater. I haven't done theater for a long time, but I like going to theater shows, musicals, and plays. Going to concerts too, both like band concerts and like artist concerts. I'm a really cool, chill guy. I just love life. Like, it's good. It's really good. I have a nice family who cares about me. Got a lot of friends who are really good people too, and I just like being involved. I also like playing pool. If you guys ever play pool, where you like hit the white ball and hit the black ball, it's pretty fun. I'm also a big investor into stocks. Basic American. Just investing into stocks and crypto. All that. But anyways, that's for another day, another podcast. Let's talk about dating. So yeah, essentially, that's me. That's Kyle Brenchley. I'm your host. Every other week, you'll get a new episode about non-professional dating advice. I just kind of wanted to put this out there as a little introductory and to share my history and my inspiration and just, create a space where we can have a discussion about dating and the adventures thereof. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. I'll catch you again next week on non-professional dating advice. Toodaloo.